Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care. In the heart of Zargoth City, a bustling urban environment filled with vibrant colors and sounds, Alex felt a mix of excitement and nervousness that he hadn't experienced in ages. The marketplace was alive. Vendors shouted in an array of alien dialects, and the enticing aromas of foreign foods wafted through the air. His eyes darted from neon-lit stalls to the creatures, some humanoid, others distinctly more eccentric, that filled the streets. It was a thrilling tapestry of life, so different from the quiet humdrum of Earth. As a human among aliens, Alex stood out like a bright star against a dark backdrop, and he couldn't help but feel the weight of curious eyes upon him. But today was important. He was meeting Zara, an alien woman who had captivated him since their first encounter at a cosmic cafe known as Cosmic Beans. She was stunning, with shimmering turquoise skin and large amber eyes that sparkled like stars navigating the depths of space. With a flourish of confidence, Alex adjusted the collar of his shirt, rehearsing the casual lines he had practiced in the mirror 100 times. "Just be yourself," he muttered, pushing his way through the animated crowd toward her apartment. He thought back to their previous conversations, how quickly they had clicked despite vast cultural differences, and how the chemistry between them was palpable. Arriving at Zara's apartment, the door opened to reveal her standing in a flowy dress that reflected the ambient light, making her glow like an ethereal being. "Hey, you made it!" she exclaimed, a smile spreading across her face. "Wouldn't miss it for the galaxy," Alex replied, stepping inside. The apartment was tastefully decorated, filled with exotic elements from her planet, Luminara, glowing crystals and art that captured the beauty of her homeland. The evening began with animated conversation. Alex and Zara settled at the dining table, where Zara had prepared a traditional Luminara dish. The vibrant colors of the meal caused Alex's stomach to rumble appreciatively, and his heart to race at the thought of sharing this moment with her. Their dinner unfolded as a delightful dance of laughter and flirtation. Alex shared stories of Earth, painting a picture of his home with humor that made Zara chuckle. The way she leaned in during their exchanges only fueled Alex's blossoming feelings. "So, what's the alien way of dating?" he teased. "Do you have to impress your parents on the first date with a grand gesture?" Zara laughed, adjusting a strand of her luminescent hair. "Maybe, but it's more about respect for one another's worlds. A connection is valued deeply." Her deep, sincere words echoed in Alex's heart, resonating with a longing that felt almost breathtaking. As the night progressed, he realized he had something special planned that would add to this enchanting evening. "I've got something unique in mind for later," Alex said, unable to hold back his excitement. "Oh? Something adventurous?" Zara asked, arching an eyebrow with playful curiosity. "You'll see," he said slyly, hoping the mystery would add to the evening. After dinner, Alex's heart raced as he reached for his bag. "So this is the surprise," he announced dramatically, pulling out a brightly wrapped package from the depths of his things. Zara's expression shifted from curiosity to confusion as she examined it. "What is that?" "Just a little something to spice up our evening." He grinned, proud of his find from the alien shop down the street. But as Zara scrutinized the packaging, her eyes widened. "Alex, this isn't what I think it is it?" He leaned in closer, intrigued. "What do you mean?" "This is for a completely different species," she exclaimed, her voice rising. "Do you even know how absurd this is?" The blood drained from Alex's face, realization hitting him like a meteor. "Wait, are you serious? I thought it was the right one." Panic swirled inside him at the thought of ruining their romantic evening. "Why would I be joking?" Zara was agitated, her turquoise skin flushing with emotion. "This isn't just some fun misunderstanding. This is just a simple mistake." He raised his hands in surrender, trying to keep the mood light, but the tension was palpable. As Zara fumed, he felt an absurd urge to laugh. "I didn't think shopping for such things would come with a manual." "You think this is funny?" Zara shot back, but even she struggled to keep her expression serious. The tension felt oddly electric, like the air before a storm. After a moment of heated glances, they both broke into laughter, the absurdity of the situation disarming their frustration. "Okay, fine. Maybe I'm a little ridiculous, Alex admitted, his laughter easing the tension. You are completely ridiculous, she said, smirking, though her tone was light-hearted now. But I may not completely hate it. In the end, the mix-up became the defining moment that cemented their connection. As Zara threw a pillow at him playfully, Alex seized the opportunity to pull her close, whispering, "This means we'll have to embrace spontaneity. After all, we're just two very different beings trying to make this work." Zara gazed into his eyes, the miscommunication fading away into a soft understanding. "You're right, Alex. Perhaps unexpected situations help us find out more about each other." "Fine. You want to throw pillows? I challenge you to a pillow fight," Zara declared, her confidence shining through her playful challenge. "Game on." Alex laughed as Zara grabbed a pillow off the couch and swung it at him. He ducked just in time, but the feather-filled chaos erupted around them. They engaged in a wild, playful brawl, feathers flying through the air like the remnants of their earlier tension. Their laughter filled the space, and with each thud of a pillow, they broke down the barriers built by the mix-up. "You call that a strike?" Zara giggled as she swung fiercely but missed, the pillow bouncing harmlessly off the wall. "We humans have our own special techniques." Alex smirked, feigning a serious face. "Observe." He launched himself at her, knocking her onto the couch as they both erupted with laughter. Time spun away as they continued, sharing joyous moments mixed with flirty challenges. "You know, you're stronger than you look," Alex exclaimed, marveling at how she recovered quickly from his tackle, swinging a pillow right back at him. "Experience in pillow fighting with 3 appendages," she praised, puffing out her chest. Eventually, they collapsed onto the couch, exhausted and breathless, surrounded by a cozy mess of pillows and feathers. After a joyful burst of laughter, silence enveloped them, creating a moment where both calmed down, feeling the warmth of each other's presence. "Why do you think we clicked so easily?" Zara asked, her voice softening, eyes locked onto Alex's. "Honestly, maybe because we're both willing to embrace the chaos," he replied, leaning closer. "Or maybe it just feels right with you." Their faces drew nearer, and the playful fight dissolved into gentle touches and soft laughter. "I guess it's true what they say. Chaos can lead to beautiful moments too," Zara said, her eyes reflecting a spark of closeness. The next week was filled with new adventures as Alex and Zara navigated their relationship. One night they sat together on the balcony, gazing at the vibrant sunset that bathed Zargoth City in golden hues. "What's the craziest thing you've experienced on Earth?" Zara asked, her voice curious. "Probably my first camping trip. We had a raccoon steal our food in the middle of the night." Alex laughed, memories flooding his mind. "At first I thought it was a monster." "Raccoon? What a humorous creature. My planet is filled with odd beings, too, some more bizarre than you can imagine," she said, playful mischief alight in her eyes. Intrigued, Alex pressed, "What's the strangest creature on Luminara?" "There's a creature called a glimmerbat that leaves trails of light behind it as it flies. The elders say it's a good omen if you see one during a festival," she explained, her passion evident in her animated expressions. As their conversation flowed, the topic shifted toward dating customs across their cultures. Zara talked about the importance of ceremonies on her planet, where bonds were sacred. "There's an entire event that signifies two beings becoming intertwined in a deeper way," she recounted with reverence. "Wow, that's a lot of pressure." Alex chuckled nervously. "On Earth, we tend to just date casually at first, without much fanfare." "That seems informal," Zara remarked, amusement glimmering in her gaze. "But that's how we are, more free in our choices. Dare I say, interspecies dating is just as crazy yet fascinating," Alex replied with a wink, the warmth of connection strengthening as they further explored each other's cultures. As he leaned closer, fueled by curiosity, he asked, "So what do your parents think about interspecies relationships?" Zara's expression faded, replaced by a flicker of doubt. "They're open-minded, but there's always pressure to find someone within our own kind. It's different." Taking her hand, Alex squeezed it gently. "Well, hopefully I'm not too embarrassing for you." "Never," she replied with a playful grin. "You're my favorite adventurous human." The warmth between them grew, weaving into a bond fortified through shared exploration and understanding. The light-hearted banter turned serious over the subsequent weeks, and Alex replayed the condom mix-up in his mind. That night loomed over him like a dark cloud, and he knew he needed to apologize sincerely. After directionless days filled with self-reflection, he finally gathered his courage and decided to prepare something special for Zara. The evening of his big apology arrived, and he bought a small bespoke gift at the local art market, a piece of crystal that shimmered with hues reminiscent of the stars. As he approached Zara's apartment, he felt both excitement and nerves battling within him. Taking a deep breath, he knocked on the door, a knot of anticipation forming in his stomach. "Alex, what is it?" Zara inquired, puzzled yet intrigued. "I wanted to bring you something," he said, extending his hand toward her. To apologize for being a fool, and for the earlier misunderstanding. As she unwrapped the gift, her eyes danced with curiosity. The crystal was intricately designed, glowing faintly in the dim light, catching the magical reflections swirling around them. "It's beautiful, Alex. I didn't know you had this side in you," she replied, a gentle smile breaking through. "I just wanted to show you that I care deeply," he said sincerely, heart pounding. "I'm sorry for not considering how what I did might seem, especially to someone from another world." Zara's expression softened and she moved closer, their eyes engaging in unspoken words. "I appreciate the gift, and I'm sorry for my initial outburst. Cultural differences often lead to misunderstandings." "Well, what's important is that we rebuild from it," Alex replied, newly confident. "I want to learn from this, from you." With that, the realization that they were in this together blended into the fabric of both their hearts. They shared smiles and warmth that cemented an unbreakable bond between their cultures. "You know," Zara said thoughtfully, "this could be the beginning of a deeper adventure." "Let's make it a series of adventures," Alex proposed with a grin, "starting now." After the heartfelt reconciliation, life settled into a warm rhythm as they explored their growing connection. One evening, after a delicious Luminara dinner, the air between them tingled with unspoken tension. "Want to try experimenting in the kitchen together?" Zara suggested, her enthusiasm contagious. "Absolutely. What do you want to make?" Alex replied, his eyes glinting with eagerness. As they prepared their meal side by side, a playful lightness filled the atmosphere. Laughter echoed as each attempted to teach the other their unique cooking styles. Zara deftly blended spices, while Alex struggled to chop vegetables without making a mess. With a teasing grin, Zara flicked a bit of sauce at him. "Careful, you're trying to cook for royalty here," she said in jest, lifting her chin playfully. "Or maybe a dorky human," he retorted. "This might turn into a cooking disaster." "Not if I can help it," Zara laughed, stepping in closer. Their arms brushed as they reached for the same spice jar, a flurry of nervous energy igniting between them. Eventually, they sat down over the completed dish, savoring the fruits of their collaboration. The spiciness made Alex's eyes water, yet the flavor igniting the taste buds surprised him. "You've officially introduced me to love at first bite," he declared, causing Zara to giggle. As they shared bites, intimacy bloomed. "You know, this moment feels special," Zara said softly, capturing his gaze. "It does. I'm enjoying every step of our journey," he replied, his heart warming. The evening concluded with a cozy sit on the balcony, wrapped in soft blankets, discussing their dreams and aspirations fully. Each laugh, each shared moment deepened the bond, perpetuating a chemistry that felt electric. "I'm really grateful for every moment we've shared," Alex admitted, sensing their connection growing stronger. The stars above seemed to twinkle in agreement, echoing their excitement for what lay ahead. One peaceful evening, as the two nestled under the stars on the balcony, the door unexpectedly burst open, and in came a gaggle of Zara's friends, colorful and excitable, as they flooded into the room uninvited. "Surprise!" they shouted, and as laughter erupted, Alex's heart sank momentarily. He had planned to have an intimate evening, but this would certainly complicate matters. "Zara, you didn't tell us you had a human friend. Is he a good one?" One of her friends nudged, laughing, while another began rummaging through his backpack. "Did you bring us goodies?" asked a chubby alien with shimmering scales. Alex could hardly keep up with the chaos and the influx of alien terms and gestures. He attempted to play it off with charm, laughing along with Zara, though he felt considerably out of place. "Hey there, Alex, nice to meet you all," he said, trying to impress. "I must admit, this wasn't the plan I had." The group erupted into laughter as they sat around, sharing snacks and stories. Zara smiled at his attempt to fit in, but she could sense some of the awkwardness creeping in. "Come on, ask him about Earth. I want to know what crazy things he thinks are normal," she teased, nudging him lightly. As the crowd gathered closer, he shared his wild Earth anecdotes. His story about the raccoon took center stage and elicited giggles and admiration from her friends. Despite some initial discomfort, he was surprised at how easily they accepted him. "Do you have any crazy food combinations?" one friend asked, eyes shining with curiosity. "A lot. Like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Classic human comfort food," Alex exclaimed, watching their puzzled expressions. "It sounds odd, but it's delicious." "Peanut butter jelly? That sounds like a hazard," exclaimed another friend, prompting more laughter. As Zara's friends continued to jeer and poke fun at various human customs, he felt a gradual warmth blossoming. He realized that even amid confusion, he was slowly becoming part of Zara's world. Determined to create more romantic experiences, Alex planned a grand adventure around Zargoth City. "How about we explore the best parts of the city together?" he suggested excitedly. "Absolutely. I can show you all my favorite spots." Zara's face lit up with excitement. They traveled through the vivid streets, where luminescent flora bloomed and the air buzzed with the energy of life. Each stop revealed treasures, quirky shops, unique food stalls, and colorful festivals. Zara introduced him to local delicacies, which made his taste buds dance with delight. After sailing through a hot air balloon ride over the city, they landed in a vibrant marketplace lit with twinkling lights. Laughter burst from Zara as she grabbed a glowing fruit, offering a piece to Alex. "Try it! You'll love it!" With a hesitant bite, Alex's face lit up as the flavors burst, sweet and tart, unlike anything he'd ever tasted. "That's incredible! I was not ready for this explosion of flavors." As they continued their exploration, the chemistry between them blossomed with each shared experience. Zara's laughter echoed, and Alex felt lighter, realizing that every moment with her felt like unfolding magic. During one point of their visit, Zara dragged him to an art exhibit where bioluminescent paintings came to life with the movements around them. Alex watched in awe as colors danced across the canvases, the experience breathtakingly beautiful. "This is amazing," he breathed, turning to Zara, who beamed with pride. "It's one of my favorite parts of the city. Art is truly alive here," she said, her passion evident. As the night drew to a close, they found themselves overlooking the scenic view of the city's skyline, bathed in moonlight. "You know, this feels perfect," Alex murmured, his voice barely above a whisper. "It really does," Zara replied, her eyes reflecting the twinkling lights beneath them. With shared smiles, they drew closer, exchanging glances that promised deeper connection. As their relationship deepened, the weight of outside judgment began to bear down on them. One fateful evening at a gathering, whispers mixed with laughter filled the air when Alex arrived with Zara. Her friends' glances told him everything he needed to know. "Are you sure this is the right move?" one of her friends murmured, her tone laced with skepticism. "Can a human truly understand her?" For Alex, the remarks hit hard. Zara noticed his discomfort, and as they later discussed it, tensions mounted. "Those comments felt hurtful, didn't they?" she said, her own frustration evident. "You mean too much to me." "How can we even be together?" Alex asked exasperatedly. "It feels like the world is telling us we shouldn't." Zara stood firm, her turquoise skin glowing. "We must navigate these judgmental perspectives together. Our hearts deserve a chance." With determination, they began to confront those challenges, vowing to not allow outside voices to dictate their narrative. One evening, they stood united against the discussion, challenging anyone who dared to question their bond. "Love knows no bounds, nor does it understand cultural prejudices," Alex declared passionately. "Let us write our own story." "We can't let fear dictate our relationship," Zara added, stepping closer to Alex, her gaze fierce and unyielding. "We deserve the love we're creating." In doing so, they began to see the beauty in confronting their insecurities, standing together against societal pressures. After the whirlwind of challenges, an evening under the stars led to intimacy that neither Alex nor Zara could deny any longer. As they stood together in a serene open space, the vastness of the universe seemed to reflect their deepening feelings. "Tonight feels different," Alex murmured, feelings swirling within. "Maybe it's the magic of the night, but I want to take this step with you." Zara's heart raced. "You mean?" Her voice trailed off, uncertain yet hopeful. "I want to fully embrace this connection we have. I want to be with you in every way possible," he confessed, his heart open. As the stars twinkled above, they moved closer, nerves fluttering like the wind through the leaves. Their lips met in a tentative brush, before igniting into a passionate kiss that spoke volumes. In that moment, they fully embraced each other, reminded of the trials they had overcome. The walls that once loomed disappeared, and warmth washed over them as they explored the depths of their intimacy. "Being with you feels right," Zara whispered between soft kisses, her breath quickening. "I never want it to end," Alex replied, their fingers interlacing, the world around them fading into insignificance. With the sunset reflecting the richness of their connection, distant stars twinkled with their dance of newfound love, each ignited with a spark of hope. With intimacy came vulnerability, and Alex found himself wrestling with insecurities. One evening, as they sat wrapped in soft blankets watching the stars alight over Zargoth City's skyline, doubt crept back into his mind. "Zara, do you ever worry that the world will see us differently?" he asked, gazing at the sky, his voice heavy with concern. "What do you mean?" she replied, puzzling over his serious tone. "If it doesn't work out, will people want to judge us more? Will I become just another human trying to win over an alien?" he confessed, anxiety lacing his words, vulnerability making him tremble. Her expression softened, understanding washing over her. "Alex, I feel the same fear sometimes, but we can't let those judgments dictate our love," Zara said gingerly. "I'm serious. What if our relationship turns into a spectacle?" he asked, voice strained. "Intensity and beauty can coexist," she offered with knowing tenderness. "We can embrace the uneven paths together, and those who love us will stand by that." However, doubt crept into the cracks of their relationship, and misunderstandings began to spiral. One miscommunication turned into an argument that left them both feeling wounded. Harsh words slipped through the cracks of their resolve. "That's not fair to say," Zara yelled, tearfully pushing against the weight of resentment that was mounting. "I'm trying to be honest. Maybe we weren't meant for this," he snapped back, shocked at the vehemence of his own words. They spiraled into silence, the chasm between them growing larger with each missed glance. Each felt the weight of regret, yet pride kept them from reaching out. Days passed in tension until one afternoon, Alex summoned the courage to make a move. "I can't keep doing this," he muttered to himself. After pondering over mutual friends and insights, he resolutely reached out to Zara. On a picturesque day, he asked to meet at their favorite park, a space of beauty and tranquility. As Zara approached, he felt the weight of guilt lift slightly, replaced with hope. "Hey," he started, unsure yet earnest. "I'm sorry about how things got out of hand. I never meant to hurt you." Her soft smile hinted at understanding. "I'm sorry too. I never wanted us to falter, but love never comes easy, does it?" As they spoke, the walls began to crumble. They revisited their early days, the laughter shared, the passion ignited, and the fears acknowledged. Both felt lighter as they opened up, forging a more profound connection. "Let's promise to talk through misunderstandings in the future, no matter how uncomfortable," Alex offered. "Deal," Zara said, her fingers intertwining with his, their bond unearthing the roots of their shared experiences. As the sun set, they embraced, an unspoken reaffirmation of commitment coursing through them. "Together, we can overcome anything," Zara whispered, looking up at Alex, who nodded earnestly. In the days that followed, they ventured deeper into each other's worlds. Zara introduced Alex to more of Luminara's customs. Every new experience was layered with boundless joy and mutual discovery. Let's map out our adventures, Alex suggested one evening as they sat at the kitchen table, accompanied by mugs of steaming tea. Adventures? Like traveling through space? Zara grinned, eyes sparkling with anticipation. Exactly. I want us to explore together, embrace every part of our quirks, and discover every piece of the universe, Alex pledged. With shared excitement, they began crafting a list of places to visit, daring experiences to undertake, and cultural festivals that would bind their worlds. Each item they added was a promise, a commitment to a beautiful melding of paths. Alex suggested, how about visiting the Festival of Lights on Luminara? It's renowned for its harmony of music and dance, and it could be the perfect adventure for us. Oh, it is one of the most celebrated events. It's magical, Zara exclaimed. We need to dance under the bioluminescent trees. It's breathtaking. As they planned, the air hummed with possibilities. They shared stories, laughter, and dreams, picturing the life blossoming between them. As they sealed this chapter with a kiss, surrounded by a glowing aura, they knew that their story was only beginning, full of laughter, acceptance, and an unyielding bond that plugged into the energy of the universe.